It's the Tall Order Podcast.
Welcome to the Tall Order Podcast.
How does it feel?
It feels great.
I'm excited. Have you ever been on a podcast before?
I've been on one podcast, plastic surgery podcast. How about you?
I've been on one podcast as a guest. I was on Line Check, which is a chef's podcast.
Okay.
Well, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Raco.
I'm Carter.
I am a chef.
I'm a real estate agent.
Yeah. And we're besties living in Los Angeles.
Besties that run, besties that are tall,
Besties that are divorcees.
divorcees.
Mm-hmm.
One of us remarried. Show the ring. It's huge, by the way.
Yeah. So I'm a chef at a spiritual center, and I work full time doing that, and then I am also a content creator, and now I guess a podcaster.
I work in Beverly Hills. Love my job. Love selling homes in LA.
Badass. You should be on Selling Sunset.
I should be on Selling Sunset. So I actually interviewed for Selling Sunset, as you know,
Yes.
twice.
Yes.
They two different editors,
It
or
was
I
the
guess
same for the same season, right?
for different seasons.
Oh, okay.
2 years apart. The first time I interviewed was when I was with my ex.
Dun dun dun.
The vibe wasn't good,
You could like see it. It comes through.
so he comes through. So the first time I interviewed, which I didn't know until now, if someone interviews you for like a show, they're interviewing you. I was told like if you are done in 30 minutes, like they're over.
Like if your interview,
They're interviewed like, okay, like that was great. Like we'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Like, they're done. They're over. They're not interested.
they're
The first time I interviewed, it was 30 minutes, and I was like, great, like, oh, blah, 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 blah. No, because the second time I interviewed, they like really set me up. I had camera, I had lighting. I interviewed for almost 2 hours.
oh, they liked you.
They liked me, but I still didn't get a call back. But like, they liked me the second time. But it was like different vibe, different energy. Like 3 years later,
You're a different you. You are a different.
and I am a different.
Very much so.
And that's what this podcast is about.
Yeah, leveling up, being unafraid to demand the life that you want.
Yes. What's the tagline? Conversations for women who want it all and aren't afraid to admit what they want is a tall order.
Because it's not a tall order. It's a high standard.
We're here. Let's cheers to our first episode.
Finally doing it. I think that a lot of people will say they want to start a podcast, but not a lot of people have put it into action. So bravo to us.
Bravo. We met.
That's pretty cool.
We met through friends.
We did. We met through friends. Instantly hit it off. It was love at first sight.
Love at first sight. Our one friend was like, you have to meet her.
Yeah, and then she said you have to meet her to me as well. Like
And I was like, all right.
she played
true.
matchmaker.
She did. And then now we're better friends. Well, I was going to. Well, she was going to kill me.
Speaking for her.
No. Well, you're here.
We're far away.
She lives far away. So that's why I get to you all the time.
That's true.
So I still you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would say like the podcast came like from that. After we met, we found out that we had both been in relationships, came from divorce, and then I don't want to tell your story, but like I am now single, living in LA, and I got out of a really traumatic relationship, and I'm super happy, and I'm living my best life. And
She's living the most fun single life. I am living vicariously through her. It is so fun.
single,
And we'll
loving
unpack
life.
all of the stories here because it's so fun.
It's so fun.
Her life is so much more interesting than mine.
But you have details too.
I do. I have stories from my past that we can definitely talk about. But I think with this podcast, it's a lot about knowing that you can rise up from the ashes and change your life in a way that you've always dreamt of. Figuring out your dream life, and it's never too late to change because we're in our mid to late 30s.
Late 30s.
Yeah,
But
same.
like that is why I wanted to do this podcast with you, and what we talked about. It's like I worked so hard in my life, and I've been so unhappy, and then finding the courage to leave what was making me unhappy is really tough. But like making that tough decision, there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is so much light, and there is so much
It's
fun.
a scary decision to have to make.
It is.
There's a comfort that you're used to.
You're comfortable, but like it's like life is so short, and it's like life is worth freaking living. I won't cuss yet on the podcast. But like, yeah, like live life, and yeah, it's totally worth it.
Absolutely.
There's lots to dive into.
And when you're going through a hard time too, it doesn't feel like you're ever going to get out of it too.
Lots of emotional roller coasters, like tons of up and downs.
Yeah.
And
Like
dating
you get to a point of
in LA is wild.
I also can't relate because I didn't have much of a dating experience.
Tell us more about that.
Okay, well,
We'll talk more about your
my
story.
backstory. So, I separated from my ex-husband back 6 years ago and divorced 5 years ago officially. We were together for a long time, almost 10 years, and we lived in various places. We were really making a life together.
Various places.
Yeah,
What places?
So we lived in DC. Well, we're both from Los Angeles.
Okay.
We met here when we were in college. We moved to DC. We moved to Australia, and we moved to New Orleans.
And explain like the time span of this.
That's all within 10 years, pretty much. So
okay. That is a really long time span.
the first
So
4 years
how
were
long?
college, And then then the 6 years after that was him going into undergrad or getting a master's degree in the medical school. And that's why we went to different places. DC was a master's program. Australia and New Orleans was a medical school program. So that's why we were like moving around. And so
you were following his trajectory.
I was. But like, even though I was following him, I was down for the adventure. I always wanted to move and live in different places. And I have family from Australia, in Brisbane specifically, which is where we ended up. And I was all for it. In fact, I encouraged it because I really wanted to have the adventure of living somewhere else. And I took it as the opportunity to attend culinary school in Australia because it was way cheaper to do than anywhere in the United States.
Would you recommend it? Do you feel like you got everything you needed there?
I wouldn't say the education was great. Okay. I honestly, like, I guess you get what you pay for because it was a very affordable program.
Okay.
If you
we love Australia.
I love Australia. I just wouldn't say where I went to school was exactly a premier culinary experience by any means.
Well, let's say though that you are an excellent chef.
Thank you. I try to be a good chef. I try to be.
What did you cook me the other day? It was a turmeric braised chicken.
It was turmeric roasted chicken.
Turmeric roasted
with
chicken.
a crushed olive and garlic, like kind of salsa thing.
It was gorgeous.
It was so good. It was so good. One of my favorite meals to make. If you like olives, you have to like olives.
Oh, and we had cauliflower rice because we're trying to be skinny.
Mm-hmm.
We're LA skinny.
So anyway, the reason why that relationship did not work out was because the ex-husband had an affair with a good friend of mine. So it was a really very hard time because I felt betrayed on both ends. You know what I mean?
And I'm really sorry you went through that.
I am too, but at the same time, I am glad I did for a multitude of reasons. But
you're like, do you feel healed now from it?
Because extremely, like, yeah, it's water under the bridge at this point. Like, I am very much healed. There's zero contact. There's no need for that, really. It's part of my story, and
that's why you're remarried. You are healed.
Yeah. It's the most amazing man ever.
I love your new hubby.
He's amazing.
He's so great.
He's
so sweet.
He is. I miss him so much. But he's in Morocco. He's been in Morocco for like 2.5 months. So that's for work. But anyway, so yeah, that was 6 years ago where I that divorce and separation happened. Then COVID hit. And so all I wanted to do after the divorce or after the separation really was like to live my best single life, like what you're doing, right?
Did you want to fuck around?
Of course. I wanted to do all things, but then COVID happened and lockdown. So
you're like, I need to find one person. So I'm not like worried about like getting COVID, basically.
Which I did, and it was an unfortunate
situation.
Well, it was a friend that I had known for a long time where I was friends with, and he kind of was like, oh my God, you're single now. I've always loved you. And so I gave him the opportunity.
It's scary.
I gave him the opportunity.
Scared.
And it should have
terrified.
It should have just been a rebound. It lasted way too long because of COVID. And I didn't have my whole face like I wanted.
Wait, did you get like good sex out of it? Like,
I did.
Okay.
Yes.
What was like positive about the situation?
He definitely opened me up to more of a world.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I like that.
Yes. Yeah.
We should talk about this later.
I know.
We need an episode about kinks.
We can dive into a lot of different sex talk, but
okay.
I will say, because the relationship I was before, we were so young when we started dating, there wasn't a lot of exploration. We were young and naive, and we kind of remained that throughout, like in terms of our sex, like our like the type of sex we would have. So when I switched partners and was in this new relationship, it opened my eyes to a lot of new things that I always wanted to explore, but just never had the opportunity to. So I really am.
How long were you with him?
Too long.
2 years? Like all of COVID?
I think it was like 2 years.
Oh.
Yeah. And it was on and off too. It was on.
I really wanted to leave my ex during COVID, but before too.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
and you lasted like 4 years after that.
Yeah. We broke up. We actually really, really broke up before I moved into the city because we were together for almost like 7.5 years from when we met to when we got like divorced.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like even like the last time, like during COVID, like I knew I was like, okay, this is for sure done. And then,
thank God.
And then like brother moved in. I kept sticking around. I don't know like why. I kept getting drawn back in, and then it's like scary to leave. It's like, well, you're with someone for 10 years. Yeah. Like maybe you
also don't want failure. Also,
that was honestly, that's a great word. I honestly felt like, am I a failure? But it's like you can't look at it like that. You're not a failure.
Mm-hmm.
You see the signs. Like I look back now and I'm like, there were
so obvious.
There were fucking flags everywhere, ever. This. Even before I got married, I see the red flags and I'm like, I didn't listen to my gut.
Well, what's the saying? It's like red flags through rose tinted lenses are just flags, right?
That's really good. I mean, what the fuck? Sorry. Plaster that? It's just a flag.
It's just a flag.
It's a
flag. But then when you remove those lenses, you're like, oh shit, the signs were there this whole time, and that's full time. It's so common. Like, and yeah, so
I knew. And then like we even like broke up, like officially like broke up, and I was like, I'm leaving you. Like I want a divorce, and he was like, let me fix it. And like, I can to really dive into it. And then he moved to try to get out of the situation that we were in. And yeah, it didn't fix anything, obviously, because the issues were still there. Like moving doesn't change the issues.
Somebody's still there to have a baby.
Therapy,
A lot of people think a baby will solve the problem.
a baby will definitely not solve the problem. And there's no part of me that was like, that's when I really knew that I didn't want to have a child with him, that I was like, you're not my person.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you know, like you could meet someone, I look at someone, I'm like, oh, I'll have a baby with you.
Yeah, that's how my husband.
Are you my next husband? I'll have a baby with you. Because I would. But yeah, like I knew. I was like, definitely not.
Yeah, but
Put a baby in me. Will you?
I will if I can. Sure.
We would have a hot child.
She would.
Oh, or she.
I guess
It would have to be.
we would. She would be supermodel. She would be so tall and athletic and be
So tall. Okay, let's talk about how tall we are.
Oh yeah,
Because I'm really tall, but you're taller.
I am.
But I like to say that I'm 5'11", but I'm technically 5'10" and a half. But when I wear my Aloe shoes or any of my like riser running shoes, I'm like 6 feet.
Yeah,
I'll claim it.
I'm 5'11" and like a half. But when I say that, I feel like people think I'm lying to not sound like I'm 6 feet. So you just say, I just say 6 feet.
That's why I say 5'11", because if I say 5'10" and a half, people are like, why are you telling me you're half?
Yeah, it's like when you're like, how old are you? I'm 35 and a half.
Yeah, because it's like, I'm not going to say 5'10", because then people look at me weird and they're like, you're not 5'10". You're taller.
I swear.
Like always wear all my tennis shoes. It's always the shoes. Like they always give me height. And speaking of, I'm obsessed with Aloe.
I know.
It's annoyingly.
Is your full outfit Aloe?
My full outfit is out. I have my top, my pants, my socks.
Your song?
Oh, wait, actually, I don't know. Wait, you might have gotten me. Wait,
Aloe
did you get me? I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
Or are you not wearing underwear?
It's yes, but that would be really hot. I always wear it.
Does Aloe make underwear?
I'm like,
Actually?
I religiously change my underwear probably 2 to 3 times a day.
That's healthy, I guess.
I think it's
Probably.
maybe I have too much underwear, but like,
Well, you have like for every day of the week.
I do have a set of underwear. I like sets. I like Aloe sets.
Yeah.
I do have a set of underwear that's like has all the days.
Yeah.
On it, and I like to.
You ever wear like a Thursday thong on like a Wednesday?
I wore a Thursday the other day on a Sunday, and I felt really mischievous.
I was like, naughty.
It was not Sunday. I mean, it was not Thursday.
No.
Oh, yeah. Well, but speaking of, okay, you popped your aloe cherry without me, and I was really bummed.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I would have been there.
I was out for the first time
I
yesterday.
really wish I would have been there. You sent me a photo, and I was so bummed that I was like freaking like sitting at the office, like sending a letter.
And I was like,
Old school pen pal.
baby got her first aloe.
And I was jealous because I bought an extra clothing rack in my house just for my aloe sets, and it's all color coordinated. And you went to aloe without me for the first time.
Sorry. It was impromptu.
Did you try? Okay, so tell me about your experience. Did you try on? Did you
I want to know about my aloe. Yes, we're so obsessed.
By the way, I am wearing the new color Bluestone, and I thought it was like so cute, and then like a week later after I bought it, they came out with a new color blue, and it's really upsetting.
What's the blue? Is it like blue feather?
It's a darker blue. Yeah, not this Bluestone, but aloe. Just give it a season to do a different color. For instance, last season I bought like this winter green, and then you waited a whole new season next year in winter to do a different shade of green.
Mm-hmm.
You did 2 blues in like basically one season within a week apart. Not cool.
Like this is why I wear black.
Not cool.
This is why everything I buy is black. The aloe jacket that I brought, it's black.
Oh, we'll have to try it on later.
It's so.
Oh wait, tell me about sorry, I interrupted. So tell me about your.
Well, about my aloe experience. Well, I was with my sister. We were at the Delamo Mall in Torrance, and we were killing time. We needed to go to we needed to wait until our Din Tai Fung reservation was up, and we had like 30 minutes still. So we're just kind of running.
DTF.
Same.
So good.
Same. And
I like the chocolate ones that like pop in your mouth. The dessert.
Okay. I don't know if I like that one. That might be a little rich. I love
on dessert girly.
I had their mango thing yet last night, and it was really good. It was like a shaved ice. It was like shaved ice. The shaved ice was an ice that was like a milky thing, and then it was topped with fresh mango and like condensed milk, and it was so good.
The way you're describing this is very sexual.
Oh,
like as if you're like.
But anyway, so we were waiting for DTF, and we popped into Aloe. And immediately the girls were like, if you download the app, you look at 30% off anything in the store. And I was like,
oh, they were like,
yeah. Like, they're like, well, doing the voodoo magic on you. And I was like, okay.
30%.
So is that the hypnotism that you're on? You're just like 24-hour aloe hypnotism? Like,
well, I mean, okay, so I love to shop a sale always. I'm one of those girlies that like, I'll buy full price occasionally, but I love a good sale, or I love a vintage. I'll call it vintage. A faux. We won't call it knockoff. We'll call it a faux. A faux for a faux, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, last year, like nothing was on sale. Maybe because everything wasn't overpriced. This year, they have 30% off sales.
I think people stop
all
shopping
the time because people are like overwhelmed. And now I don't buy anything full price. I'm like, I'll buy it 30% off. And then you think when you get it 30% off, you're like so brainwashed. You're like, oh, I'm getting such a good deal, but I'm still paying like $100 for an item. And I'm brainwashed. I'm like, oh, 30% off, very good deal.
Practically for free.
The other day, I bought shoes for $225 and then plus tax. And then I thought they're cute. They look great, but they're suede. I didn't get them sprayed. And sometimes you can go to like DSW or you spray them with Scotch Guard, whatever. So then I got like a little stain on them and I take them to my cobbler. Anyways, but I have a cobbler. I do have a cobbler. He's great. In Beverly Hills, the best cobbler.
Ooh.
Charlottesville and South Beverly.
Okay. Noted for when I
If anyone needs a cobbler. Shoe person, I got you.
Oh my god.
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
It's called like Shoe Fix or something, but it's technically a cobbler.
Cobbler. It just feels like so dated, like vintage, like
What would you call like, okay, so what's like an old school name for like a vintage like chef? Is there like a name like that? No?
butler? I don't know. A chef. I think a chef has always been a chef.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm brainwashed. At Aloe. And look, and I'm a walking
You are an advert.
aloe, but I am trying now, like this says aloe on it because I got it because I love the color, but like I am trying to get things that don't have logos on it anymore.
There's nothing wrong with a logo.
A logo every once in a while is cute.
A little logo.
But like, you like a logo?
I like a little logo.
You like a logo?
Sometimes.
I like a little logo. Maybe we'll like pop our like logos on our aloe sets.
All right. Well, I've got.
But like you have no logos.
No. No logo.
Are you about the quiet luxury today?
No.
You're just in all black.
Black.
You're a black kitty cat.
I am. I have a little black kitty cat.
Do you think we should like Angel? Would I be the golden retriever and would you be the black cat?
Definitely. 100%.
Yeah.
Like without a doubt.
I give that energy.
You
Like
yeah.
the like puppy.
And I feel like I'm like a cat personality.
Like more like
I'm definitely not
skeptical.
I'm definitely not a golden retriever. Like you are.
I'm very much like not in your face, just like always like willing to see the best in people, warm, sweet,
You're warm.
cute. I'm very warm. I'm a flirt.
You are a flirt.
I'm a huge flirt. That's what I wait.
So you said
It's a weird line. So like when you get divorced, you say you're getting divorced, and then you're like, okay, we're getting divorced.
it's real.
It's real.
It's real.
And then you actually separate. Like
Yeah.
that's it. You get divorced, you separate. Sorry. You get divorced, you separate, and like that's it.
Mhm.
And then you start like you start dating other people, but you're not like legally divorced.
Yeah. You separated.
But I couldn't move out right away.
Oh yeah.
That was the
that.
that was the most dramatic thing about my separation.
Yeah.
Is that I told him I wanted a divorce. Then he was like, it's gonna be great. Like not great, but like he was like, I'll be nice to you. Like I'll be cordial. Like I respect you. I understand why you want to get a divorce. We had talked for like a few weeks about it and like cried and like talked about our relationship. Like probably not normal at all. I should have just left right away. I didn't. And I did what I did in my whole entire relationship. I stuck around and like listened to him and like felt bad. And then he tried to hook up with me a bunch and like it was terrible. But it wasn't typical because then when I tried to leave, he then like emptied our joint bank account and said everything was going to be cordial and didn't empty our joint. Like he took it and then I was like, okay, well I can't leave now. And so it was like financial manipulation. I got like stuck there.
Oh my god.
Couldn't leave and then had to wait till I had more commissions come in and sold more homes, which is fine. Like I figured it out because I had a strong badass bitch.
You are.
Fucking strong badass bitch. Yeah. I'm so resilient. I'm so strong. I'm so powerful. And I'm really proud of myself for
I am too.
but he tried to like keep me there and manipulate me. And that's why he did that because he was like, you're not leaving. Like, good luck figuring it out. Like, it's not going to happen for you. Then he proceeded to date someone else while I was like still living there, which is fine.
Also like seeing other people.
1,000%.
Right. You weren't just like all by yourself in your little apartment. Like you were out.
But it was just like weird because like I couldn't leave. So it was like I would have to like date someone and leave, which is fine. But then it was like I was waiting like to get to a point where I could actually move out, which was like a really hard period in my life.
How long did that take? I'm trying to remember.
It took me I moved out like in January, February.
So was it 3 months?
It was like 3 months of like really like back and
That's
forth.
hard.
And then I would do like these staycations where I would like stay at the like Waldorf.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Because I would get like it was great. Like the Waldorf nights were amazing. I would stay at these like great hotels and like get out. Like I would have money.
I never made it out, but you always invited.
Then I moved. I did invite you. We had some really good nights where we would have like parties with the girls.
So fun.
Like order room service. But yeah, I eventually moved out. I lived in Venice for a little bit and then I found my home in Beverly Hills.
Which we're neighbors.
Yeah, we're neighbors.
I don't know what Hollywood, but
neighbors. Yeah.
close now. Wait, but hold on. You said you like
but I
were
did
to flirt.
I'm a huge flirt. So I realized like when I started to, I guess like when you break up in a relationship, my school of thought is that like the person that ends up flourishing is the one who was held back in the relationship and like held down. And I felt very held back. I felt like I was always trying to build him up and like do everything for him. And I was always like doing his resumes for him and like everything here and there. And I was just like helping him. And he was like bettering himself a little bit, but like he just didn't really care that much, which is like eventually like you get to a point and it's like just like I want to live my life. I want to better myself. And like, I can't just sit around and watch you play video games. Not that there's anything wrong with playing video games, but it's not your job. And if it's your job, like, fine, like, do it. But it wasn't. Like, you're not that good.
But
So
yeah, living with him for 3 months, so that had to have been like
It
the
was
longest 3 months of your life.
it was so hard, but it was also great. Like, I realized that because like I'm a huge flirt. I went out and I was like, I felt so free and just like talking to people and meeting people. I felt like I finally came into my own, and I felt happiness again. My anxiety went away that I had been going through. I had been living with so much.
True to yourself.
Being true to yourself. Yeah,
Oh,
I had been like living with anxiety, and like it went away after. I thought I was having health problems, and like that's the reason I left him. Actually, it wasn't going to therapy. It wasn't talking to anyone. I had been having health issues, which I thought were actual, like, real health
So it
issues.
was stress manifesting in a different way or
I was
something.
doing all these tests for like 6 to 8 months, like on and off, and I thought like all these different things were wrong. I was having like I thought I was having acid reflux, and like my doctor came back to me one day and said, "I hate to tell you this, but like everything keeps coming back negative. I think you may just have like stress and anxiety." And I was like, "Oh my God." And like a light bulb switched in my head, and I was like, this is manifesting now into my health after 7 years
Yeah.
of my unhappiness. And one day I was like, I can't live like this. I'm gonna kill myself. Like, not kill myself, but like my body will, your body take that back, but like your body manifests like like your health does.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you feel it.
Mhm.
So anyways, but yeah, I mean, living my best life after I left him. I've been so
Yeah.
happy.
It's so fun.
Dated lots of men.
So it's been a year now
It's been a year. It's officially a year.
since the separation.
Actually over a year.
And you are officially divorced now too.
Yes.
As of like a month ago, was it?
A month ago.
Yeah.
Officially.
Amazing.
And
Well, congratulations.
thank you so much. I feel like we should cheers to that.
Yes.
What did you do when you got divorced?
So when I found out about the affair, this is when I was living in New Orleans. And at the time I was actually I was visiting my sister, who was living in Denver at the time. And I got the phone call from a close friend of mine telling me like basically what has happened. And that day I was like, I think being with my sister and being like away from all of the comforts of like my home of what I had made me feel very empowered to be like, okay, I have the support. I need to get out of this. Because similar to how you felt with the anxiety and the manifestation of everything, I knew that there was a turn in the relationship. Like, even though I didn't know about the affair for a while, for 6 months, there was a big shift. And I felt it, and my skin would be breaking out horribly. I had these migraines. I just was like trying so hard to be healthy, and I just was working really hard and consuming myself with work. I was a sous chef at a very busy restaurant in New Orleans, and just tried to distract myself. But when I found out, when I got that,
easy to just like, it's so easy to
you're in a bit of denial too.
Yeah.
Because you don't, again, like, you don't want the failure.
Yeah.
You don't want to admit that this marriage is crumbling, because you don't go into a marriage expecting divorce ever,
and starting over.
No. And like I was 20,
In our 30s.
well, I was 29 at the time. So I was like thinking like, oh my God, like I like thought I had my life figured out, and now I'm going to start fresh. But so when I had gotten a phone call from my friend and I felt empowered to like, okay, it's time to like break up. I can't do this anymore. I'm done. The first person I called was my dad, and told my parents what was going to happen. But he was like, I am on the next flight out to Denver tomorrow. I'll meet you at the airport. We're flying to New Orleans together. We'll pack up your things in your truck and we'll drive back to LA.
Oh, that is really great. I should have done that. I didn't do any of it. I decided to literally tell him I wanted to leave him and then stay there for 3 months.
I know.
I didn't listen. Or not listen. I should have done something. I didn't figure out what to do.
Yeah. I mean, I was in a fortunate situation where I could go back to my parents' house and like just move in and not have to.
I probably could have done that.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have. You didn't want to leave LA though. You didn't.
I don't want to
leave
leave
LA.
LA.
Yeah. For me, I was in New Orleans and I was like, well, of course I'll go back home to sunshine and beautiful weather. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, I to this day think it was so funny when I made that decision. I blocked him on everything. So I was like, I don't want to have any contact with him. I'm going to figure this out on my own. It is now just about me figuring out what I'm going to do. My friend who
Sounds really healthy though to have like such a clean break. I feel like I wish I
well, it wasn't that clean. Like, it was there was still a lot of friction to, like, obviously I had to end up go back to New Orleans and gather my things and see him and tell him what was going on. And I was able this is actually funny. So I had a truck out there. It was the truck that we shared between us, and it was under my name. So my friend who was staying at my house while I was away in Denver, I said, secure the key, take the car key with you right now. I'll meet you back in New Orleans in 2 days. And we only had one set of keys. So I'm sure ex-husband had no idea where the heck the key went. I showed up in New Orleans. He was not there, thank goodness. Packed up everything into the truck. And that's when I had messaged him like, hey, unblocked him. I can at least give you like an explanation of what's going on. I'm not going to just empty out an apartment and be gone.
No ring camera. Like you were able to get in, grab everything.
Yeah. And then drive across country. But it wasn't a clean divorce. It wasn't a healthy divorce. It wasn't a mutual. I would say it was mutual. Like we went through it
as a
fine.
healthy divorce. Like I know people say like conscious uncoupling or whatever. But
Yeah.
is there such thing?
I think I didn't have the grace to be. I didn't have it in me to like be polite.
I tried to be polite, and it worked out not in my favor.
I felt scorned. It was my good friend and him and now they're married and having a kid, I think. So
good
at the time, yeah, it's their life, all the blessings. But at the time, I was extremely. At the time, I was not though. At the time, I was very hurt and finally felt empowered to say some things that probably were pretty mean. But you know what? You go through that kind of shitty breakup, and especially with an affair with a close friend, you feel very betrayed from both parties.
Yeah.
So I don't wish that on anyone. It's a really shitty thing. Luckily, I will say it didn't break my like belief in love. I love love. I love the idea of being with people and sharing a life. And obviously now I've done that. I've eloped and am married now.
You did elope. I was at that wedding.
I did. You bought my wedding dress.
I did buy your wedding dress. That's gorgeous. It was a Reformation.
It was a Reformation slip dress.
A last minute Reformation dress. It was. Wait, we should probably talk about how I almost didn't get into your.
I know you almost didn't. So okay, for context, I had gotten engaged on a Friday and eloped on the next Tuesday. So that Tuesday night was supposed to be an engagement party.
Yes.
And telling all of our friends that we were eloping that night was not on the plan. We were going to secretly elope because we just wanted to just do it.
Which I Ubered to.
And you didn't have your ID and you couldn't get in.
I didn't have my ID.
And then you bitched out the bouncer, and the bouncer got all high and mighty and wouldn't let you in.
It was, to be fair,
you're about to have to slip him 100.
To be fair, it was the bouncer's. I found out it was the bouncer's first night there.
He was trying to do a good job.
He was trying to be like, "This is my.
I'm a tough man. No,
you have to have an ID." And I was like, "Bitch, I'm 38. Let me in."
Well, anyway, we got you in though.
I had to go home, get my passport because I lost my ID.
Ed, who's my husband, sweet talked the bouncer and the bartender and got her in.
He's a very sweet man. However, his accent may have won over not only the doorman but the manager.
Yeah,
it was the manager really who decided to hate me.
Oh, I didn't know that. That was just the bouncer.
It was the manager because this is what did her in, and this is where I should have shut my mouth.
Oh, what did you say?
Because I really should have just gone home in an Uber, spent the extra. You were $30 home and $30 back. Like it was another $60, and I was like annoyed. It's not a big deal in the scheme of things, but I was just like, okay, I wanted to drink.
You were pit. You were livid though. What did you say to her? You said something. This ain't no country club.
No. Yeah, I said
something like that.
Because this poor woman. Yeah, she was just on the bitter end of like my like rough day at work or something, and she just. She's there just like working her job as a manager, and she's just following the rules.
And also, we didn't tell them that we were going to be bringing like 30 people.
And she was like, "How many people are here?" I was like, "I'm coming here for a party." And she was like, "How many people? What a party?" And then I was like, "You're acting like this is like the Ritz-Carlton." We're at like some place with like peanuts on the floor, and she got
okay. Hold on, we didn't have our engagement party at a place that had peanuts on the floor.
Okay, sorry, I don't remember.
I feel offended.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Wait, I don't know what I said.
It was just run of your mill bar. It was just a bar.
It's a great bar that's a staple in LA. I'm not gonna say the name because we're not gonna give out your info. But like. No, it was having a bad day. Can you imagine? Hey, all the celebs go to
Barney's Beanery, the one on Santa Monica? Really?
You're not from LA if you haven't made out with someone at Barney's Beanery.
Well,
maybe, but I have.
You're not from LA would you say you're not from LA if you haven't made out with someone at Barney's Beanery?
Oh, I get it. Like when I was like 19. For
sure. The one in Pasadena.
Right. Well, I guess, yeah, I moved out here when I was like 20.
The one in Santa Monica on Third Street Promenade. I just wanted to go to Emo Swing.
Never went to that one.
Yeah. I used to live in Santa Monica for like a while, but
neither here nor there. Anyways, let's go back to the bar. Anyways, so I offended everyone that would let you in.
But you got in.
And I got in eventually. And the whole point of that was because of Ed, not only because Ed is such a sweet human. I love your husband. But he has a very nice accent. Yes, he does. Where is he from?
He's from London.
London, which I'm going to London soon.
You are. You're going like in 2 days.
2 days.
Oh my gosh.
Day after.
Wait, but hold on. Real quick. We're going to go back because we're going to talk about how you bought my wedding dress.
I did buy your wedding dress.
So that engagement party, we were not going to tell everyone that we were going to elope after the party. Ed and I had plans at the 24-hour marriage.
This is why you work so hard to get me back in because I didn't know that it was an actual engagement wedding.
Yes, that's true. And we were
normally she would have just said bye, like see ya. Just kidding.
We were yes, bye, peace. We weren't going to tell anyone, but then Ed got a couple of drinks in his system, and he was like, "I told some friends," and I was like, "Oh, well, I'm going to go tell my friends. So I will march my booty over to you guys." And I was like, "Guys, I have an announcement," and your guys were like, you're pregnant. I was like, no.
That was our first thing. We all thought you were pregnant.
I was like, no, we're eloping tonight. And so then you and Bianca got so excited, and you guys were pissed that I was wearing a blue dress. So you guys were like, well, the Nordstrom Rack's across the street still open.
It wasn't even a light blue. It was like
a dark blue. It was like, it wasn't like it was darker than yours.
It was giving like sailor. It was very cute.
It's a bit nautical. Yeah,
gorgeous, but like a sailor wrap dress, gorgeous.
Yeah,
but I was like, you have to be in like ivory cream something.
Yeah, so
like,
you and Bianca ran over to Nordstrom Rack and found a dress and some shoes, and the shoes didn't fit, but the dress was perfect. Okay,
it's okay. The dress was perfect.
The dress was really cute, and yeah. And then
when we were walked in, and I beelined it straight to the dresses in the back. There was a light shining on the dress in the rack, and it was like the gods like shining. It was a beacon. The gods were shining down on it. I didn't even have to search through any of the racks. I walked to the dress section. There was a light on it, and I was like, I looked at her and I go, we found the dress. I grabbed it. It was the right size. I know your size. And I was like,
because it's your size.
Because it's my size. We're the same. 4'6". Tall girls. And I was like, we're done. And that was it.
That's it.
And that's the story.
Yeah, you came parading in. You guys were so proud. You had it like on the rack, on the hanger. Like,
this is our back. Look what we got. Wedding.
Oh my God. Yeah, they weren't. That was cute. And then we went to the 24-hour in a strip mall in Westwood, and we got married. We got married in a strip mall in Westwood.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I actually love the Mediterranean place on the ground floor. It's so good.
I've never been. Actually, I couldn't tell you where we were in Westwood, but we're somewhere in Westwood.
Yeah. I love a good strip mall.
Yeah.
And my favorite cleaners in LA is a strip mall. I've been to a golfing in a strip mall.
You go golfing in a strip mall? What do you mean?
Like, like the
AI?
Not AI. What's the word?
VR golfing.
What is it? Where they have like the cameras up and then it like tracks how you hit it.
Oh, you know what? I did Top Golf recently, and it is so fun.
I love a good sport.
I think I'm kind of good at golf.
Oh, but we both have really long, strong arms.
But I realize my arm will dislocate when I hit the ball really hard.
Your shoulder.
It's the saga. I know, the shoulder saga. It almost dislocated in Morocco when I was there last week. I was laying on my bed and I was scooting up to sit up. Like I was like laying on my bed, I was scooting up, and it was
so the saga of your shoulder dislocating. I feel so awful about it. And like my mom, a former nurse, she now knows you, and she was like, you need to tell her to get surgery. It shouldn't dislocate all the time. And you were like, I have had surgery. And she was like, oh, she probably knows this. Yeah, shouldn't just keep popping out. And then like when I was at your house the other day, Ed was like out of the country, and he's like, make sure to take down the Christmas tree. Help. And I said, I got it. And I carried the whole Christmas here, and I was like strong. You were my savior.
Hear that? Yeah, I had my MRI yesterday for my shoulder, so they haven't read it, but I may have to do another surgery. We'll see. I hope not.
Yeah, because your shoulder dislocated with your cat.
It's dislocated.
You have two really cute cats.
I do. They're the loves of my life.
Yeah,
I love them so much. Remy and Ryuk. And you have Bentley.
And I have Bentley. I have a 70-pound Weimaraner.
Yeah, you're the best. Giant, beautiful dog.
Massive.
He's like so regal.
He's super regal.
And my little cats are just like little gremlins. Little black and white gremlins.
I love your cats. I liked when we dressed them up in Halloween costume, and then we put the little hat.
That was so cute. The little Batman hat. The Batman mask.
That was great.
Especially because they're all black, so it's like it blends in.
Yeah. That was so cute. So cute.
That was so cute. I have to make an apple pie after we finish podcasting. It's cute. Like an apple pie and some Parker House rolls.
An apple pie at midnight.
Midnight pie.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love a good apple pie.
I
love a good apple pie.
Yeah. It's Grandma Opal's apple pie.
Do you like pumpkin pie too? What's your favorite pie?
Ooh, my favorite pie is probably apple.
Okay.
Or key lime. I love a key lime pie.
What would be like your top three?
Like the Hillstone key lime pie. So good.
I love a Hillstone. By the way,
their key lime pie though.
Talk about a Hillstone. I haven't, but give me some ribs.
You know the bartender at one of the restaurants?
Which one?
Houston's in Pasadena.
Oh, I love Houston's.
So I know how to make a crisp martini.
Oh, I love a crisp martini. Honor Bar, South Beverly Grill. I also love
sushi.
Sushi is
stacked, the pressed sushi.
The pressed sushi that's stacked. It's fucking great. So I also love how when you're like halfway through or you have a little bit left in your martini.
Oh, and they swap out
the glass with a chilled glass, and then your drink becomes cold again. Because who wants a warm martini?
Nobody. Nobody wants that.
Freaking love it.
Nobody wants that. Yeah. So when I first started training there, I remember them like that was like one of the big things. Like always switch out the martini glass.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah, like it's a really great touch.
It's a lovely touch. You don't really have to do much to make people happy.
It's a very memorable thing. You're like, oh, yes, thank you for laying down my martini again.
If anyone lives in Beverly Hills or is nearby, I'm gonna give a little tip.
Okay.
I want to know. So the Honor Bar next to South Beverly Grill, the Hillstone, they also have a wine store next to it. They do tastings there. But if you go in before they close and you buy a bottle of wine, you can take it to the restaurant next door for no corkage fee.
Oh, nice.
So it's like, okay, let me get like a $20 bottle of wine, and then you bring it over, no corkage.
Oh,
it's my tip.
Good tip.
Yeah,
I love that.
That's my tip.
Yeah, it was a great place to work. I will say.
You loved it.
They have a nice.
Did you like living in Pasadena?
I mean, it's where I grew up. So I mean, yes, yeah, because it's home to me.
Yeah,
San Marino specifically, but like I lived in Pasadena, for a while, and it's so cute and quaint over there. But I do love where I live now because it's just like the hustle and bustle of West Hollywood. It's fun. I like having the access. Like we literally,
I had some of the best nights in West Hollywood. I loved living over there. Those were my single years before I got married.
really,
Yeah.
it's so fun.
It's so fun.
And it's trashy at the same time. Like you can have a crazy ass time if you want.
Yeah.
Or you can be sophisticated. It's like both.
Your nails still look really good, by the way.
Oh, they're chipping. I need to get new nails.
So I love your place, but they do my nails too thin. And so I went back to my place.
What do you mean? Like
So I went back to Serenity on Sunset because I just love how they do my nails.
Like you like them thick?
Well, I like to get a fresh tip every time, or what is it, Gel X. And like for what you do, like with your shorter nails, I think it's great. But having longer nails, they're too thin, and I had 2 nails break.
So it's too delicate. Well, mine
It's
are
too delicate for me. I'm a little more rough.
Mine are chipped.
I'm a little rough around the edges, but
No, you're not, cutie. You're delicate. You're a delicate little flower.
I'm a little flower.
You're a gorgeous flower.
I'm a sweet little girly. We had I had a period in my life after I left my ex where all the men that my roster, me and my friends, we named the roster, and it was fantastic. It was one of the favorite.
Naming her roster is one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, it was great. She only named 2 of them, but
No, there was one.
no,
more.
you just said 2 of them.
Yeah, there was one other. Miss Peggy Sue.
No. We had hoops.
Yeah, we had hoops,
and we had
Land Daddy. Yeah.
Throat King,
Peggy Sue.
There's no Peggy Sue.
Yeah, you don't remember who Peggy Sue is?
Oh, you're just naming someone Peggy Sue that we did not call. He wasn't actually.
Okay, well, on that note, guys,
thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us, and hopefully we will see you back next time for Tall Order Pod. The Tall Order Pod. Bye.
Little ASMR. Bye.
We did. Done.
We did it.
We did it.